finger over the face.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon.
My face is all blurred. Oh, clean the lens there. I did, and she was cleaning the other side of the phone.
Good morning, Earthlings. Yes, because a few of you said I look like I'm sitting in a room full of smoke. Then I thought it was the back one. Anyway, there you go. It was a fingerprint. After all that. I'm falling behind on the comments. Oh, camera's there. I'm falling behind on the comments, guys. I'm going through them as fast as I can, but I've got a lot of cleaning and stuff to do for the house to get it ready for the season. And we'll be back on the boat soon. And thank you very, very much to Jane. You excellent person who sent us the manual, not only the manual, but a link to the correct remote control for the ancient video player.
We've been through the instructions PDF file on this ancient machine, and apparently the remote control has a button on it which disables all the buttons on the front. So
like
presumably so little fingers can't come along pressing all the buttons. But the flaw in the plan is that you can't turn it off without the remote control. So luckily, someone in China still sells these.
I'm sure we can find one.
It'll take about a month to get here.
I'm sure we can find one this side of the planet, because I googled it. It's a bit of a flaw with that particular model. Loads of people are like in tears on the internet going, please help me.
You can get a universal one, but unless it's got the actual button to release the child lock, which disables all the buttons.
It's a bit like trying to get into medicine with the child lock, isn't it? Or a bleach bottle or something. Sometimes you're like, and you have to give it to the kid to open it. My kids.
They've got them in Canada for $10 Canadian.
Yep, so we will be on with that.
And you can get them in America. You get them in Walmart.
Yeah. Off the shelf.
And failing that, China. So we're just going to have to source a supplier.
I think I might go on eBay and just get into a bidding auction with some other desperate
second hand one that doesn't work.
Anyway, so thank you. We have a purpose for the video recorder, which we can't say. We can't say at this moment in time.
Well,
anyway,
it's for getting the old videos onto the computer.
Oh, well, I wasn't going to say, Graham. Right. Further to last night's video, in no way was I criticising Americans in general. Just it's a certain type, and we have them here in Spain, and we have them in the UK.
Have them everywhere.
And they're basically just really young, naive people who love Disney and think in some way, shape or form that Markle represents a Disney princess. You know, like maybe a 41-year-old Snow White skipping through the forest with the birdies following her. Although I think all the animals would probably scarper. And I don't even like to liken her to Maleficent, because my daughter loves Angelina Jolie as Maleficent. She just loves that character. And as a child, I always thought it was a bit mean that Maleficent was left out of things. So that says something. So no, I wouldn't even want to see Markle dressed up as that. I think, to quote, was it Bob Iger said, Meghan needs Disney far more than Disney needs Meghan.
She should stick to watching DVDs.
I think that might go the same for the Met Gala. I see puff pieces again today about the Met Gala along the lines of, they're bound to be invited, but they probably won't go, translated as they haven't been invited. Isn't it Anna Wintour who's in charge of that? I think I've seen pictures of her sitting with the Queen, you know, like besties and stuff. And Angela Kelly, remember Angela Kelly, who said, no, Meghan does not get what Meghan wants. So it's a bit like if you crap on people on the way up, you might see them on the way down. Meghan, something to learn there. I have made some notes. So yeah, getting back to the lovely Americans. You guys do have your own royalty. You really do. I know that you are a republic. Oh, which brings me to another thing. When I refer to Republicans, and I say on here, welcome to Republicans, because I do. Republicans, because some people have said, why do I only support the Republican Party and didn't mention the Democrats, right? That is not the context of the word. When there is a monarchy, people support the monarchy or want to abolish it. The people who support the monarchy are known as monarchists, and the people who want to abolish it are called Republicans, like the Republic of France. Remember the guillotine and all that? They were Republicans. They wanted down with the monarchy, down with the aristocracy. So it's no reflection or detriment to presidential elections or your political system in America. Just to clear that up, I think it was one person who'd sort of said, you know, how dare you support Republicans? I'm not. And I'm not supporting Republicans in abolishing the monarchy either, because I think it's a lot more expensive. Our royal family, I believe, costs something like £8.27 per year per citizen in the United Kingdom. Obviously, Commonwealth countries, I don't think that they contribute any money towards it, because that's more of a members club. But for the United Kingdom, tax-paying citizens, I believe it's something like that. So you can work that out, divided by 365. In comparison to the civil service, for example, the Scottish Parliament, I seem to remember they said it was going to cost something like 40 million, and it ended up costing something like 400 million for the Parliament building in Scotland. Not that I'm dissing people who want Scottish independence, that's a matter for Scotland. So, yes, getting back to American royalty, oh, my favourite of all time, Grace Kelly. Remember Grace Kelly? Oh, she was beautiful. I loved Grace. And we went to Monaco a few years ago, and she's everywhere. She's on the tea towels. She is the Queen of Monaco. And of course was a Hollywood American actress and a lady. She was born for royalty, that lady. She was lovely. Another one, I know she wasn't married into royalty. Well, American royalty maybe. Jackie O. I'm torn between Jackie and Grace. Another lovely lady. Kept her mouth closed, was dignified. You know, lessons to be learned from those two ladies, Meghan. Another lady, well, in fact, we've had a lot of American ladies come and marry into our aristocracy. Nancy Astor was one. And we have the lovely Julie Montague, who, okay, Julie's out there, but she's funny, she laughs at herself, she is hilarious.
Winston Churchill's mum.
Winston Churchill's mother, yes, was American. So, you know, just when I criticise Markle, I'm not criticising Americans, and I don't hold you responsible. Having said that, if you're going to kick Harry out of America, you touched him last. Sorry, no. No takesy-backsies. So I've done that. Oh, Damien the hairdresser, left a comment and said that he has created a YouTube channel. This is the guy who did Lady Susan Hussey's hair, and he has stories to tell, but I don't know I don't know what his channel is called. So Damien, if you can email me, because as I say, I'm falling behind on the comments really badly. So if you can email me with the link, and then I'll do a shout out for you, and I can't wait to hear your stories, because, you know, hairdressers, I believe that the lovely late Ashley was a hairdresser. So hairdressers, they hear things, they talk to people, and I think that might give a really, really nice insight into it. On the subject of Markle, today is the first day, really, that I just scanned past her. I saw something about, baking with Meghan. She's going to cook bake a cake or something. Sorry. I mean, it's not Disney. It's not Disney, the royal family. They are relevant. I saw something about some Scottish, I think he's a Scottish actor, I can't remember his name, or some guy, who's in the papers this morning saying, and this came up on my feed, Meghan knew exactly what she was marrying into, but he thinks that the royal family are irrelevant and should be abolished. Well, I think a lot of the charitable causes they support would beg to differ. I think that the tourism industry that brings in billions and billions every year to the United Kingdom, I think they might disagree. I think perhaps the thousands of staff that work very, very hard behind the scenes to put on a good show, I think they might disagree. Their families might disagree. I think that people who just like having a monarchy might disagree. And I think that also from an economic point of view, if people were presented with a referendum, and let's, God forbid, let's not have any more referendums in my country. Don't have them. They're so divisive. But let's say they were, and the voter was presented with, would you rather pay, I don't know, £8.27 a year, or £2,500 a year for the new civil service department that will be the new replacement for the monarchy, and see Buckingham Palace filled with offices and then there'll be opulence beyond your wildest dreams. Whereas our current royal family go around turning the lights off. Charles is an environmentalist. He does believe in not damaging the planet. Okay, I know he's hangs out with some people that he maybe shouldn't, but I'm sure that that's going to be pointed out to him at some point. I've got to get on with my cleaning now, and Graham's going to get on with his search for the rarest remote control in the world. I hope you're all having a fabulous day, wherever you are on planet Earth, and I look forward to reading your comments at some point after I've finished doing all my cleaning and getting things ready for the season. Thank you very much for listening.